Hey guys, Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana. I wanted to do a quick off-the-cuff video kind of highlighting PWCC's first ever weekly Sunday auction. So this is unscripted. Want to just kind of chat through what the weekly Sunday auction is about with PWCC. And then just take a look at some of the cards sorted in order of highest bids first. Basketball only, as usual, as you guys know. So today I'm actually going to release this video the same day I'm filming it. It's actually Wednesday, January 19th, and so I'm going to release it right when I finish this video, which will give you 4 days until this auction ends. But we're going to just kind of take a quick peek. It ends this Sunday. It does have buyer's premiums. All of their auctions do. So all premier auctions for PWCC, all weekly auctions for PWCC will have buyer's premiums, and they will also all have extended bidding, is my understanding. Which is interesting because what PWCC is going for is to make these weekly auctions. They're 10 days long. They start on Thursdays. They end on the next Sunday. So there will always be a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday where two weekly auctions are running concurrently. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. It's going to be a change. It's going to be an adjustment, but I like what PWCC was thinking. For those of you who aren't familiar with the platform, it's a fantastic alternative to eBay as a buyer and a seller. I buy and sell on it. As you guys know, I do not get paid by PWCC. I'm not an affiliate of PWCC, but I am a huge fan because it has allowed me to take my collection to the next level. It has allowed me to become significantly more efficient in consolidation and moving cards, adding new cards. It's a trustworthy seller. I don't have to ship and pack when I sell on there. I pay my premium. I would be paying an eBay listing fee anyway when I sell. So PWCC has been fantastic for me. I can't say enough great things about the vault, which is where I keep 99.9% of the value of my collection, unless I just happen to have a few cards on hand. But anyway, that's a little bit about the Sunday. It's called the Sunday Weekly Auction. It starts every Thursday, ends the next Sunday. And like I said, there's an overlap of the first 4 days of the next auction and the last 4 days of the prior week's auction. And this is just going to go on and on and on. So it'll be 51 weeks of the year since it didn't start until this past Thursday this year. But the idea from PWCC was to be a viable alternative to eBay as a platform to buy and sell your cards. And I like it. It just, as a seller, they need more eyes and they need more knowledge and more education in the hobby. And I think they really need to make an effort to get this out there to those of the hobby community that don't know that it even exists. I mean, a lot of people have never bought from Golden or Leland's or Heritage or Robert Edwards or PWCC. And so anyway, PWCC is taking a little bit of different route than Golden. Golden's still focusing primarily on high-end stuff, and once a month, from what I know, PWCC will have those options in their premier auction, but they'll also have this weekly auction where I think you'll see, again, there's going to be some high-end cards in here. We're going to look at them, but in this weekly auction, like if you go up to the top here is on the site, I mean, as you can see, you just go to Weekly Sunday Auction, go to Current Auction Live. I'm not sure what this will look like tomorrow when there's another weekly auction that starts tomorrow. But I guess we'll figure that out on the drop down. But then you can see you have the monthly premiere here as well, where we can also go check that out. I'm going to do another video on that too. But I wanted to look at the weekly Sunday just to shed a little light on it and see what the heck they're dealing with here. So what I've done is I've gone over here into sort and filters, and I've sorted out only basketball cards, and I've got it sorted by highest price card first. And so, not surprisingly, you're always going to see a couple of these, and you'll see some more. Again, I've got some of these favorited, as you can see on the screen. That doesn't mean I'm bidding on them. It doesn't mean I have bids in there. I will let you know which of these cards that we run across are mine, just because the more people that know about it, the better. I'm trying to sell some cards and consolidate. I've got, I think, 28 cards in this first weekly auction, which was sort of a leap of faith. I decided to go for it. Whatever. I wanted to consolidate, and I didn't want the hassle of requesting these cards from my vault and then selling on eBay and listing them and then shipping them and insuring them and dealing with buyers and stuff like that. PWCC takes all of that headache out. They take their cut out of the gross sales price. The money shows up in my account, and I'm done. It's just that easy, and it's worth. It is definitely worth the fees that I pay them. But anyway, taking a look at it, so we got a BGS 9.5 Jordan Fleer, and this is a big time card because it's got 10 centering. As you guys know, anytime you're looking at 86 Fleer Jordans, the centering is going to be the preeminent and the primary subgrade you want to focus on. This one's not technically a Gem Plus because it's got a 9 surface, but it does have 10 centering, and it did get the PWCC 30% sticker. Right now, this card's at $48,000. Like I said, this thing ends on Sunday, and there will be extended bidding. My guess is, and this is $48,000. I'm pretty sure this is $48,000, not including the 20% buyer's premium. So you can tack on, 1/5 to everything. So you tack on another 10 grand. So really, it's at about 58 grand, something like that. My guess is this one with the 10 centering and the 30% eye appeal sticker from PWCC. I think this is going to be the first 86 Fleer Jordan BGS 9.5 that takes a huge jump. These cards have been going in the $50,000 to $65,000 range. Obviously, this one's far surpassed $50,000 already if you include the BP. And for those of you who don't know what the buyer's premium is, basically whatever the card sells for, you're going to pay an additional 20%. And so everybody freaks out about it. Everybody's like, well, I don't want to pay 20% more for my card. Well, the fact of the matter is if you're bidding, it tells you what your total bid will be with buyer's premium. So if I hit this scroll down here and I was going to go bid, $60,000, it would tell you right here below, if I bid $60,000 with the buyer's premium, that would be $72,000. And so that's one way. Obviously, bidders are going to build that into what they bid, and they're not going to bid market value and then pay an additional 20% on top of it. So it's really not that big a deal. You're just going to bid 20% less than you would be willing to bid if you were buying it on eBay or another platform without a buyer's premium. Anyway, that card's going to go for a big number. I think that's going to be the most a 9.5 has sold for in a very long time. That's just my opinion. Let's wait and see. I'm going to do a video next Monday or Tuesday where we go back and we look at these cards, the same cards, and we kind of figure out where they sell. I don't want to guess. I know there's a lot of people who will be looking at this card. A lot of us, myself included, own a BGS 9.5. Mine is not a sticker, and mine does not have 10 centering. But sometimes rising tides lift all boats, and so that will be this card will matter to those of us who own BGS 9.5. 86 Fleer out there. Maybe it'll establish a new floor. But remember, the 10 centering and the 30% sticker definitely is going to matter. You're going to see, because this is going to yield a much higher number than the last 9.5. That's just my guess. Like if we go look at the last 9.5 on Card Ladder here, let's just pull it up. So the last one sold for $49,800. And so just to give you an idea, like if we go back and we look, I don't want to look at that many. Let's look at the last month. Well, that's maybe not good. Let's look at the last 3 months. There you go. So like I said, you can see, the average sales price has been about $57,800. This card's already over that. So it's gonna blow that out of the water. There's no question about this. This card's going, I don't even want to guess. I think it's going to go over $85,000. I might sound stupid if it goes for 120 or something crazy, but it's not your typical BGS 9.5. But you can kind of see where these cards have gone. And again, when you're talking about this card, this 86 Fleer card, I know it as well as anybody. Not to toot my own horn, but I have spent a lot of time investing, buying, and selling this card. This card's always going to fluctuate up or down depending on the subgrades and depending on the eye appeal, honestly. Because if there's ever a card where you can say buy the card, not the grade, this is the card. Anyway, enough time on that. Here's a PSA 9. This card's at $22,500 with buyer's premium. That's another, $4.5 grand. So you're probably looking, this card's at $27,28. Again, pay attention. This card's got the PWCC top 30% eye appeal sticker on it. I own I think 3 copies of this card as well, so I'll be watching this one really closely. This one matters. Next is a LeBron BGS 9 Refractor. That, again, I don't mean to shit on anybody's cards, but this is terrible centering. The first thing that jumps out is the left or right centering is horrible. I don't think this is going to do well because of that. I do think now is a fantastic time to buy LeBron. I think it's especially a fantastic time to buy LeBron refractors. I have a horror story of trading my BGS 9.5 and BGS 9 LeBron Chrome refractors to a friend of mine out in California who I will not name, but he did very well on the trade. I did get back some 86 Fleer Jordans in exchange, but it is one of the worst deals I've ever done in my life, and it was just in that mode where I was Jordan or nothing. And I was converting everything I had to Jordan, and I just made a pretty poor decision. But this was like 3 or 4 years ago. The value of the 9 and the 9.5 refractor that I traded away at the time was about $8,000 total, if you can believe that. How things have changed in the hobby. One thing I did notice, and you're going to see a ton of Pistol Pete PSA 10s in this weekly auction, which is really badass. I'm not a huge vintage collector. I'd like to get more into it. If I did, I'd probably stick to Wilt and Kareem and maybe touch Bill Russell, although I'm not a huge fan, and then stick to Magic and Bird, but if you consider that vintage. But some really cool Pete Maravich is in here. Not something that I'm interested in, so I have not favorited the card, but you can see the current bid now is $12,500, not including the BP. Here's a card. I'm a Jordan collector. I've got a lot of Jordans, but this is a card that I don't really... one of a series of cards, the Legacy Collection, Row Zero. There's lots of fakes out there. I don't know a lot about them. I'm not educated on it. It's probably going to be the subject of an Explore the Card episode that I do very soon, because I need to educate myself on it, and I need to look into putting a Row Zero Legacy Collection in my collection. But if you looking at this card, it's a really, really beautiful card. With the blue, the light blue script, with the red in the background, it really just kind of pops, man. It really does look cool. And then on the back, you can see it's serial numbered 90 out of 50. That's a rare card. That's a low numbered Jordan. It's really cool. It's got all of his stats on the back, including his college stats, which is really badass. That appeals to a lot of old school collectors. But anyway, that card's at $10,500. It's a 0.5 away, as you can see. But it's just a really cool card. Again, I need to educate myself. I don't know much about it. I probably should have favorited these two, so I'm going to favorite. Well, I don't need to favorite that one, because as you can see, like if you have a card in the weekly auction, like I can go bid on this BGS 9.5 right here, but I cannot bid on this BGS 9.5 right here because it's mine. So I'm going head to head with another BGS 9. I think mine's centered better. Mine's a little off left to right. This one's significant. Well, a lot more off, in my opinion, left to right, right to left. So I'll let you guys decide. The subs on this one are 9, 9.5, 9, 8.5. Mine are 8.5, 9.5, 9.9. So the subs on this one are a little bit better. Both of us are at $10,000. It'll be interesting to see where this ends up. I've started to move and take profits on a bunch of my 86 Fleer Jordans that are not part of my PSA sets. And so I actually have 3 more BGS 9s in hand that I am looking to sell. If anybody watching or any of the subscribers are looking for one, I've got 3 that I'm trying to sell right now. But again, as I promised, Pistol Pete, this obviously comes from a really important collection, because it's whoever got it labeled by PSA added this Pistol Pete collection in here. But a 1974, let me get my fat face off the screen. 1974 Pistol Pete PSA 10. These are rare cards, man. Pop 1 out of 5. This other Pete was pop 1 out of 4. So if you're a Pistol Pete collector, and I know I live in Louisiana and I should be, but I'm not, there's a great opportunity in this weekly auction to pick up some monster Pete Maravich and PSA 10. Here's another tall boy from 76. If you guys have any of these in your collection, you know how condition sensitive these are. I mean, where do you put this card in 1976 to keep the corners looking like this? You had to have really been able to see into the future to know how important condition was going to be. How many is that? 45 years ago. These cards are giant. They're like postcards. And so to have a card in a PSA 10 is just nuts. It's a population 1 of 11. My guess is somebody must have pulled it from a box. Here's one that I probably should have starred. Yep. So Doncic, everybody, his demise was greatly exaggerated, and people jumped to conclusions that he was, on the downside, and everybody wants Ja, and everybody wants, the next great prospect, and LaMelo and Anthony Edwards. People forgot about Luka. Luka is shooting the ball horribly this year. but I think they've won like 8 out of 9, something like that. The Mavericks are really making strides in the Western Conference. He's doing a lot with, in my opinion, very little around him. I just think he's special. I think of all the guys on the list that go by one name, Zion, Trey, Ja, Ant, all that, I think he is the one that's going to stand out years down the road. But this is his red prism, numbered to 299, PSA 10. It's at 7250 without BP, but that's a card to keep an eye on because some of his stuff has started to jump. I mean, we all saw the monster 1010 PSA RPA numbered to 99 National Treasures that sold in the premiere. Obviously this is not getting near that number, but let's see if his cards start to race a little bit as they have in the past when he catches fire and starts winning games single-handedly. He's been throwing triple doubles up. Again, he's shooting the ball horribly from 3, and you keep waiting for that to click from him, but it hasn't yet. But that's one to keep an eye on. Beautiful card. Then we got a Jordan PSA 8. Obviously, I'll keep an eye on that card. I like to know what those go for. To me, this is probably looks a little bit more OC than the 9. In the bottom right corner, you can see a little white. This one's actually also a little off center, obviously left to right, but sometimes people forget to look at the top to bottom. This one's a little off there too, and so that's why it's probably an 8 instead of a 9. It'll be interesting to see what that card goes for. Kobe Bryant tops 96, but this is the NBA 50th parallel. This card's at 5750. I don't know what the pop is on this, but I bet that's a significantly lower pop than the regular 96 tops Kobe Bryant rookie card. I don't collect the guy. I own 3 Kobe Bryant cards. 2 of them have Michael Jordan on the front, and 1 of them is part of a set that I collect. Here's a nice copy of the Bill Russell PSA 4 affordable grade. I probably want to keep an eye on that. I don't have a Russell in my collection like right now. The only true vintage cards, I'm not including 1980s. I'm not going to include Bird Magic because I got a bunch of those rookie cards. But if you talk about pre-1980, I think right now I've liquidated all of my vintage. I have 1 Kareem mid-grade and I have 1 Wilt mid-grade, and that is it. That is all I have. So that's a nice looking Bill Russell there, an affordable Bill Russell. Obviously, these cards get way out of reach when you get into the 7s, 8s, and 9s. Here's another BGS MJ. I really don't need to flag that. A BGS 8 MJ. Won't talk too much about that. Again, obviously off center, left to right, and top to bottom. Here's one. This is mine. I've picked up a 9.5 96 Flair Showcase Hot Shots MJ. And so that gave me the ability to move this one. So I'm hoping to get a nice sale for this PSA 9. I wonder what card letter has this sale at. So let's look up Hot Shots Jordan. Card letter is awesome because it just pulls it up so quick. So here's a 9.5, which I do have in my collection. Let's see what the PSA 9 goes for. The last one sold for $6,200. Card letter puts the predicted value. Actually, it just sold. So last week. Or 11 days ago, this card sold for $6,200. So mine is at $5,000 right now. So $4,000 plus the 20% buyer's premium is right at $5,000. I'd be thrilled if I could get $6,000 for it. Take that money and then reinvest it into another insert or parallel MJ that I do not have. I don't need to star that because it shows up in my list of cards that I've got listed. Here's a really cool 2003 Bowman Rookies and Stars. I used to pull these out of packs. Well, I used to try to pull these out of packs, and I did pull a few. It is tough to get a PSA 10 of this card. If you ask me, I'm looking at the card. This card's way off center, left to right. Sorry if you're the owner of this card and you're watching this video, but it is. Look, we can click it and go check for ourselves. I mean, if you look at the border over here on the left, look at the distance between the black and the blue here and the black and the blue here. It's significantly off. I just don't even see how that's within PSA's tolerance level. I know it doesn't have to be 50-50, but that's extreme. Anyway, we'll see what that one goes for. Keeping along, we got another Jordan PSA 7. We got a Jordan BGS 7.5. Those also happen to be mine. So I've got those in here. If you're looking to pick up Jordans in the mid-ish, low, high, mid, I don't know what you call that, mid-grade, I'm going to call it. Not a super rare card, but it was time for me to take profits. I bought these cards and I stacked these Jordans. This is actually a really good looking 7. It is off center top to bottom, but left to right's pretty strong. This one's left to right is not great. But that just shows you the difference between PSA and BGS. But anyway, hopefully these fetch a decent number for me so I can, again, reinvest this money. Here's another one. This one's also mine. 86 Fleer. This wasn't supposed to be about me, but they just happened to be on the first page. This is another BGS 7 of mine that's in there. We've got a Kobe 96 Finest insert refractor. That's not his, I don't think that's his, I don't know much about this set. I don't want to guess, but I don't think that's his true rookie. Maybe it is, but I think that's just from an insert set, Apprentice's insert set. PSA 9 refractor, cool card. Here's a row 0 Jordan BGS 10. Yikes, talk about grading scarcity. 310s and a 9.5. There's a Kobe Ultrastars Gold. As you guys know, that's a very big card, a very rare card with huge pack odds. Like I said, I don't know much about it. I don't collect Kobe. But that one's at 3,100 before the BP. We got a Kobe autograph here. This is where we get to the Kaboom. The first Kaboom has reared its head. Not a huge Kaboom fan. Those of you who know me know that. I don't like cartoon cards. But here we go. It's a 9.5. It's a mixed gem with a 10 and a 9. Let's go to page 2, and we'll just kind of whip through these real quick. I just wanted to give you guys a look at kind of what's in here. Here's another one of mine. So this card is going to go for a lot more than this. For whatever reason, it's low. If you're looking for a really unique Doncic rookie card, this one is mine. It is in here. I've started to take a little bit of profits on my Doncic rookie cards. This is one of them. This card is numbered to 88. It is a beautiful card in hand. It is a Gem Plus with a 10 centering. This scares the hell out of me. I mean, God, I hope it goes for a lot more than that. Let me see if this card's in Card Ladder. Choice, red. Yeah, it's in here. So, yeah, Card Ladder. The last one sold a couple months ago for 16 grand. Card Ladder's got the value at about 15 grand, a little bit under what the last one sold for. If we kind of look at this card, let's look at it over the last 2 years. This is the 9.5, and mine's a Gem Plus, so I'd have to look at the last one that sold to see if that was a Gem Plus as well. But if you look at the last 2 years, you'll see, and I got this in 2018, so I didn't pay anywhere near, obviously, $7,250, but you'll see $7,250 up to 11, down to 6,700, and then back up to 16,000 for the last one. So I'd be happy with anything around 15,000 on this card. Mine is a Gem Plus, and so it should go for more. The PSA 10, they've got on here, the last one of those sold in July for 16.5. But that's a cool card. Here's a cool card that I like. I don't have this. It's a LeBron Lucky 13 gold medallion, PSA 10. Pretty rare card. I want to keep an eye on that one. I really like that card. A Jordan PSA 6. That one's actually not mine. Here is another Pistol Pete 79 tops from that Pistol Pete collection. With the special label at 2,300. We got a Kobe autograph. I don't know much about it. I won't speak too much on it. We got a Doncic Pink Velocity Donruss Optic rookie card, PSA 10, numbered to 79. That is also a really cool card. If you're looking for some Doncic that are a little bit off the wall, they've got them in here. This card somehow got a 10 with a print line. I know sometimes PSA ignores the print line. Sometimes they don't. It is the first thing I see. I see a vertical one right here. I mean, if we zoom in on it, I see the vertical one right here. I'm not sure if you do. And then I see the horizontal one right there. That would drive me crazy. Whoever's card this is, they got lucky to pull a 10 on it. We got an Upper Deck Honor Roll signature Kobe Bryant on a wood looking thing. I don't know anything about that or autographs generally, so I'm no expert there. Here's a great card that's got a lot of popularity lately. It's the 2003 LeBron James Topps First Edition. With everybody frightened to death of what they're calling high pop cards, even of LeBron James and Doncic and all of the GOATs and Jordan. People are starting to pivot towards the little bit more scarce, a little bit more rare, lower print run LeBron cards. And so here's the first edition, PSA 9. There's not a lot of 10s out there. I don't know how many there are, but there's not a lot. But that's a good card to keep an eye on. I like that card a lot. Non-rookie card, orange refractor LeBron with the iconic dunk. Rock the baby like Jordan did at Carolina. Another Pistol Pete 1970s PSA 8, 1970 Topps PSA 8. Here's a Kobe card, autographed 9.5, 10 auto, rookie card from a scoreboard. A little bit lesser known, lower end product that was produced during Kobe's rookie year. Here's a weirdo. I have to hit my friend Stanley about this card. It's in another language, so anytime I see Jordans that are from another country, I immediately go to Stan to ask his thoughts. But it's a PSA 4. It looks really good for a PSA 4. I can't imagine what the heck is wrong with this card. There must be some coloring on the back or something like that, because that looks really damn good for a PSA 4. Somebody got screwed on that one. This is actually my Doncic, and so this is another little bit more unique Doncic heir apparent rookie card, true quad gem, 9.510, very low print run. It is numbered. I think this is the one that's numbered to 199. I have one that's numbered to 99 as well. Yeah, this is the numbered to 199 version right here. Okay, for those of you who don't know much about Court Kings, it is an on-card auto. It is beautiful and perfect. So true gem, unique, numbered to 199, Doncic auto rookie card, 9.510. Really cool card. I hated to let it go, but I've got the number to 99, and like I said, I'm looking to consolidate. I still don't even know what I'm going to do with the money from all of these sales. I think I'm going to just take a step back and just take a step back and think about it and make a decision. A 2007 Topps Chrome Black Refractor, another Giannis 9.5. I've got this card as well, but this one's not mine. A Kobe metal rookie card, precious metal, which has been real hot lately. A lot of people didn't even know that this was different than the base metal, but precious metal was kind of like the precursor to the 97 precious metal gems. So these are very low pop. The Lebron orange chalk toss. I have this card in a 9.5, I believe. I might have it in a PSA 10. I'm not sure. Actually, I think I have it in a PSA 10. But it's the Topps Chrome orange refractor, number to 499. The Kobe, one of my favorite sets. A Kobe silver refractor PSA 9 from the becoming famous 2012 Prism set. Here's a really cool dual autograph, Luka, Trae Young, BGS 8. It's the gold version, which is pop 1 of 1. There's 4 graded higher, but that's pretty impressive. It's numbered to 10. Here is a 96 Topps Chrome Jordan, and this just tells you how badass Jordan is. He's in the top 50 cards in this auction, and it's a PSA 7 card. But Jordan refractors are king. They fetch very steep prices, even in PSA 7 condition. Even in that condition, it's still a very rare card. And 96 Topps Chrome is obviously, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, certainly one of the 10 greatest sets of all time, possibly one of the 5 or 6 greatest sets of all time, depending on where you stand, with 61 Fleer, 69 Topps, 57, 61 Fleer, 69 Topps, 57 Fleer, 97 Metal Universe, 86 Fleer, 2003 Topps Chrome, and then this set here. I would think all those sets belong in the top 10 sets of all time. Here's a raw Giannis, already at 1425. It's a 1 of 1 masterpiece, which is really cool. It's a 2-color patch, 3 material patch with a beautiful, on-card noir auto. I love noir. I don't own a lot of them, but I love those cards. And then the last card we'll look at is this 2012 Flawless Kevin Durant, number to 25, 3-color patch, BGS 9.5. I don't collect KD either. I've got nothing against him. I just don't collect the guy. But anyway, guys, that just kind of gives you an idea of what's out there. Like I said, I don't have a lot of bids, but if you're into trying to find cards and find them in alternative places off of eBay, this is a great place to check. Check out the PWCC weekly auctions. I think they're going to get more and more popular. I think they're going to get more and more popular each week as people get more familiar with the platform and how to use it, and they get a little less frightened about that buyer's premium, and they start to understand extended bidding a little bit. As a seller, I love extended bidding. As a buyer, I don't mind it because the card's going to sell for what it's going to sell for. But as a seller, you want that extended bidding, and so it gives people time to, if they lose out on one card or they make a decision where they don't want to chase one card, they can move on to the next card, and all the cards don't end at the exact same time, and so it gives you a little bit of extra window. So from a seller's perspective, I think it will help me maximize my sales proceeds. Also, if you're not familiar with it, I wonder if, let me see if I can pull it up. Weekly about. I wanted to show you guys the seller fees. And so here's this, you can, I'm under weekly Sunday auction on the website. Sorry, let me get back to picture in picture. I'm under the weekly Sunday auction website. I click the about, and it just pulls up everything about it. It tells you when the auctions start, when they end, when extended bidding starts. You need to register to bid, but it's a very simple process. It'll take you seconds. If you need any help with that, let me know. I can get you approved to bid. It tells you the bidding increments depending on what the value of the card is. It's a real easy. You've got to drop down. It calculates the buyer's premium for you. The winning bidder, it says right here, and I'll highlight it for you. The winning bidder pays the high bid, what they call the hammer in a lot of auctions, plus 20% buyer's premium, meaning if the final price is $100, you pay $120. Simple. If you think the card's only worth $100, then bid $82 or $84. That way your maximum exposure is $100. It's real easy to back out 20%, guys. You don't need to be a math genius. Just discount your bid by 20% and you can figure out what you need to bid. This is what I wanted to show you. This is the seller's commission. So it kind of shows you what you net if you are a seller who lists a card in the PWCC auction. You do not have to have a vault, although I highly suggest it. You do not have to have a vault to list a card in the PWCC weekly or premier auction. You can simply submit your card and mail it in. And they will take it and put it in the auction and kind of run it from there. If I have a card that sells for somewhere between $100 and $99, I get 100% of the hammer plus 4% of the 20% buyer's premium. I shouldn't say 4% of the buyer's premium. I get another 4%. So I net 104%. So let's say those Jordan BGS 9s, let's say they sell for $10,000. I would get my $10,000 plus another $1,000 or 110% of what the hammer was. So if it sells for 10, with the BP, it would be 12 and I would get 11. So anyway, that's it. And it kind of explains some more details about here. This tells you about extended bidding. These are the closing windows, when it starts and when it closes, and how long those extended bidding windows are and when they start and stop. Okay, so if you really want to get into details, I'm not the person who goes and chases stuff in extended bidding. I just bid what I think it's what I'm willing to pay and based on how much I want the card, and I just leave it. But I know a lot of people like to mess with the extended bidding. The methods of payment that are accepted: credit cards for purchases under $10,000, ACHs, which is kind of a form of a wires, checks, cryptocurrency, and this is interesting, cryptocurrency including Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Dogecoin, Ethereum, the rest of the stuff I cannot pronounce and I don't know what it is. But then it just kind of gives you a little breakdown. But anyway, that's it, guys. I just wanted you guys to learn a little bit more about the PWCC weekly auctions because I think it's a viable platform going forward. I really think it is in you and everyone best interest to kind of spread the word. I think this is truly going to be a viable alternative to eBay. There's just a lot of crap that comes with dealing with eBay that you don't have to deal with PWCC as a buyer and a seller. It's something to definitely consider. And the more eyes we have on it, the better for selling and the better for buying because there'll be a larger selection. So this first week is really important. Hopefully it goes well. I appreciate you guys listening. Hopefully this video educates you a little bit about the PWCC monthly auction, about PWCC in general. Again, I'm not a paid spokesman. I know it sounds like I'm pimping them all the time. But when I find something like a card ladder and like a PWCC, when I find something that I really like, I like to talk about it and I like to tell people why I like it. So anyway, that's my thoughts on the matter. Hopefully you guys enjoyed looking at some of those cards. Again, we're going to do another video on the premier auction with a whole bunch of cards that probably none of us are going to go after, but they're fun to look at and it's fun to watch what those sell for. But this weekly auction is a little bit more affordable stuff that everybody can go chase after. Well, maybe not everybody, but a larger percentage of the hobby community can go chase after. So thank you guys for listening. If you like my videos, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell icon to get notified of future videos. I do drop videos spontaneously throughout the week. In addition, every single Friday, I drop a video called Explore the Card, where we take a very detailed investigative look at a 1990s Michael Jordan insert or parallel. It's a different one every week, and I'm sort of building a library. We're on episode number 10, I believe, this week, and then episode number 11 the next, and 12 the next, and it's a different one each week. And so if you like Jordan cards or you like 90s cards in general and you want to learn more about them, definitely hit that bell icon so you get notified when I drop a new episode every Friday. And then hit the like button. Lovingly caress the like button. It helps me with the YouTube algorithm. I'm not sure what that means. If you know what it means, congratulations. I don't. I know I haven't been picked up yet, but hopefully one day I will if enough people like the videos and spread the word. And then do me a favor, and this is a little outside the box, but if you've gotten this far, you must like some of the things that I'm saying, or at least like the way that I do stuff. If you don't mind, just send the link to my YouTube video to a few of your friends. If you can send it to 3 friends, I'd really appreciate it. You'd be helping them out. Helping them be entertained and or educated, and you'd really be helping me out to grow the channel, because I do love talking to people, and what I love the most is the comments and the feedback that I've been getting from people. So those of you who have commented and given me feedback on Instagram or Facebook, I truly appreciate it. I'm Cajun Cardboard on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube. So again, guys, I've rambled on. That's long enough. Thanks for listening. Happy collecting, and peace.